Good morning. I'm reading some of the messages in chat and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend. All right, let's get to it. All right, Asia lows. Um, bro, this chat. Asia low a day. Looks like it. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Looking for more upside today. Go for previous day highs. ES is about to take previous day high, but I think this entire high area gets ran through. We opened up like minus 1.5%, I believe. Bought back up, pretty solid. Tap the hourly gap down here. Look for a continuation. Got a 15-minute gap here. See what this does. Pretty jam packed or really packed week this week. We have FOMC and we have earnings too. So these are probably going to be the lower probability days just because one, we already moved quite a bit. Second of all, the other days have a lot of news stuff. So this is one of the few days of the week we don't have news. Keep that in mind as we trade today. All right, ES is extremely strong here. We're probably gonna take out that previous day high on ES. On NQ, we're probably gonna create some SMT. We'll see what we do with that SMT. Doesn't mean we're gonna reverse or anything, but we'll see. So I'll mark out this high on ES and also this high up here. Yeah, ES is going for its higher right now. Good reaction out the 15-minute gap. All right, there's previous day high on ES. PDH right there. Last night was pretty free, I'm not gonna lie. Even when we kind of opened up, I was joking seeing the Discord, we're probably gonna be bought right back up at open or by I said by open for New York will be break even, but a little bit green today. I think it was a pretty easy read that we're gonna probably buy up last night. Did. London actually did very well too. Really tradable. So Asia and London, once again, guys, very tradable. Very good. Very high probability. We're going into New York session here with pretty much the day being done with. If I'm thinking about it that way, I think the day is probably going to be over with, but you haven't. Silver and gold continue their little run up. Kind of interesting to see. All right, let's get some music going though. What you guys do over the weekend though? Anyone do anything fun? Anything fun? Anything interesting? We're reversed. We gotta just watch it here. We're too early. Look, if you're trading right, and I mean, you're looking at Asia and you're looking at London. Is New York session going to be very high probability? I don't know. I don't think so either. We are already up around 400 points from overnight. Quasi bought a new laptop. They're funny. We are going on NQ. Yeah, NQ's going. Hard to kind of catch a move like this when we're already up 400 points, but we'll try. We will try. Next up 4 hour. Yeah, I think so too. We're kind of just pumping right through these areas. Yes, it is. I think it's low of the week, honestly, because I'm still bullish until 26-1, and I think 26-1 is gonna get taken out. And this makes me think that this is a low of the week. Obviously, we'll see. So we are going. We are going. They are sending it. All right. All right. Make sure you drop a like on the stream chat. We'll be doing a lot of giveaways. Get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Fucking run it up. Good morning, Demos. Been good, bro. Good, double up. How we doing? Bro, silver is insane, bro. That volatility is something else, bro. Like, this is like blown account fucking like volatility, bro. This shit is fucking insane. But that being said, long this shit, bro. This is some of the most, this is some of the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. You know what's even more fucked up? You could have longed any open on Asia, and then you would have been profitable. Asia open, literally from Thursday, you could have longed it and it would have been good. Bro, this is a parabolic chart, bro. 30, yeah, bro, it's insane. Insane. Where's GC at? GC that 5100. God damn. Bro, I had the sell side marked. I think this is a monthly gap down here. Let me check, or a weekly gap. It's a weekly gap, yeah. Bro, holy shit. Nasty work, bro. I think probably takes out this high and kind of comes down, I'm guessing. What goes up might come down. I mean, shit. Shorting that is like a death wish, but I do agree with you. Gotta come down eventually, right? Now, speaking of coming down, I don't know what this is. I honestly don't know what the fuck this is gonna do. I feel like we're too late to these longs. If you didn't long last night, you're cooked. We're going for 26-1 this week. I know that for sure. That is a draw. Bro, Seraphin, thank you for saying that, because a lot of people don't understand that is the most important part. I'm impressed by your skill to dodge shitty days, Desi. That's more important in my eyes than taking trades. I 1000% agree with you. That is 100% correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. Getting pretty wild swings there on NQ. Hundred percent reaching 2600. Yeah, I think so too. Your walks on all four. No, I'm not lying. I'm just watching this price action. New laptop looks good. Thank you, thank you. What's good actually helped me with it. So now when I'm streaming on the now when I'm traveling, I can stream on the Go. Pretty excited about that. Like the laptop is way better than my actual PC. So I'm just kind of pumped. I'm gonna set it up tomorrow and stuff. And I'm gonna get it tomorrow. So Wednesday's stream might be on the laptop. Just so I can test it out before I go. Robin Hood, Hamza. My go-to broker. How do you even long this? What a turn on from last night. 2% recovery almost. It was 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3 months. In November, December, and it probably got charged already for January. Maybe NQ lagging. Yeah. I think we're gonna go to 44 here, but we'll see. What an interesting day. The last night's move to this. Yo, this playlist is absolute fire, dude. Hey guys, I just wanted to know, DJ Desi is built different. I can't remember a stream where I didn't play bangers. No way you guys won't hear the music. There's no chance, right? You guys are trolling? You guys are trolling. You guys are trolling. Oh my god, I had this shit on mute, bro. Not mute, but like super low volume. Hold on. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. How's that? How about that? How about that? Yay or nay? Yay or nay? All right. I don't want to make it too loud. Test, test, test. Okay. Hey, Patriots or Seahawks? I got the Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. And Sam Darnold, we trust. I was going for Rams obviously last night, but GG's. I'll show the playlist yet. Chicken. How do you manage trailing drawdown on an Apex Rush account? Do you trade? Hey, I have a whole 5-part series about it on Instagram, bro. I literally did it just to help you guys out. Make sure to check that out. It'll go over everything. Thoughts on Patty versus Justin? I don't know what Patty's game plan was going into the fight. 0 takedown attempts. You're not gonna go and sit there with a Justin Gaethje who's known to brawl and try to outstrike him. So that was a really bad decision on his end. I think he sold the fight. I think if he just went in with a more of a mindset of, hey, I'm gonna take Justin Gaethje down, I'm gonna submit him, I think he would have won. Which is why I had Paddy winning, because I thought that was gonna be the game plan, but he decided to sit there and throw with one of the best strikers. I don't see what the game plan was. Yeah, no doubt Paddy had a chin, but he just used his chin, right? Like, that next fight, his chin is not going to be as strong, bro. Like, it's just, this going to over time deteriorate. I'm surprised he didn't get knocked out, but he's a tough dude. That was a terrible game plan. Yeah, I agree. Like, how do you not grapple, bro? Like, he would have won if he just grappled. Like, he's not a bad... on the ground, he's pretty good. I think that's his strong suit, but I don't know what he was looking for. I don't know. I'm not a coach. Oh my God. Not the Xbox app. All right, let's see if we get a continuation here. I want to see a continuation on NQ. Just keep pushing it. I think 26, like I said, 26.1 is pretty good, but yeah, Justin's pressure was good. It was. Honestly, you know, I think that's the first fight Justin Gaethje went 5 rounds, which is insane to think about. It's funny though, because when you think about it, Ilya and Arman Tsarukyan are so much better than these two, and like they're leagues above rest of the division. The fact that Arman Tsarukyan didn't get that title fight is beyond me. I don't understand what Dana White's fucking doing. But it should have been Arman there, and Arman, for no matter who he would have fought. I think Arman beats Ilya too, but that should have been Arman should have been there. I get it, he pulled out of the Islam fight literally the day before. That shit sucks. But I think he's had 2 fights after that where he kind of proved himself again. Nah, no trades there, bro. It's just chopped cheese right now. Not chopped cheese, but it's more like too late to the move. Isn't me or UFC going downhill? Yeah, I think UFC is that going down there for a while. The promotions aren't as good. The pay-per-views aren't as good. They're just that card. You're kicking off a brand new deal. That card was absolutely a snooze fest. Besides the last fight, like terrible, bro. That card was just shit. And the amount of ads that I was seeing, bro, oh my God. Honestly, I got rage baited by the ads. Looks like a no trade day. I think so. But this is going to 26-1. I don't know when, but it's gonna go there this week though. These highs are coming. There's too many equal highs up there. If we don't take out these highs this week, I literally quit trading. Yeah, I think earnings. That's why this is like I would say the lowest probability day. That's because we don't have that much news. But look, Asia last night was really good. I think these moves are solid. I think London was really good too. We actually got a really fat pullback for London, like 100 something points. Yeah, I thought the movement was good. Look, we had NWAG open, right? Like if you're looking at this from last night, because I did take some trades last night, right? We had NWAG fill down here. We had some internal liquidity down here, right? Do you have anything on the hourly? I don't think we did. Okay. Pretty good price action. We had a BPR here. Obviously, it chops for a while, but I think it was smooth. I think it was smooth price action. And obviously, we did have a continuation. All right, let's see what these things are doing. I feel like I don't know, dude. Although I feel like silver might want to just chill here, but I doubt it. I'm not gonna take a position on it. Any idea how PA will change? I have no idea, bro. I got no clue. All right, finally took out the high. Yeah, pretty much no pullback since 9:30 open. It's been a one-way ticket.
If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. It won't be waiting for you when you start doing things you love.
Dude, I'm about to get a fucking whole rave set up in my room, dude. Fuck trading. We're gonna become like a. You know that one kid on TikTok who went viral for having that little flames in his house, and he would like throw entire raves? That's what we gotta do. Yeah, no pullback since open. This is quite interesting.
If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They won't be waiting for you.
I forgot
to start
killing
doing
God.
things you love. Stop overanalyzing.
Do you think today?
Life is simple.
I don't think it's poor conditions because, look, I'm not gonna say it's a bad condition because overnight we moved so well, right? It's just New York is like we're done. Like I think all the objectives today have been hit. We moved very well overnight in Asia. We moved very well overnight in London. And honestly, if I'm being completely honest, like I wanted to take this. I had a game plan of taking this early. I wanted to slam this, right? But the issue was I didn't get any setups on the lower time frame. I kind of just tapped in and went.
Life is simple.
All right, let me close this real quick. Let me give you guys a weekly schedule. All right. Mr. Velvet said, "Are you gonna go to the Riz channel to explain your model?" Yes, I am. Let's pull up the calendar though. Where's the calendar? Yeah, calendar's right here. Actually, let's just pull up like a random calendar. All right. It's calendar time. Today is the 26th. I will be leaving to Miami on the 29th. On the 29th, you know, if you guys know what Big Daddy Max is, he has a trading event in Miami. So I'm gonna go there. 29, 30, 31 is the event. February 1st, I have a Tradeify podcast with Brett Simba. Me and Brian are gonna go do that, right? But that's not the main part. The main podcast is on the 3rd, and I'm gonna explain everything to my trading system, my approach, everything. We're gonna do chart fanatics. We're gonna do word of wisdom. There's gonna be 2 separate podcasts. One's more of like a educational, fully educational. The other one's more like a you talking through it, whatever. And then the same day on the 3rd, we have a roundtable. We have a roundtable with me, Jade Cap, Trader Kane, and Vince. So it's gonna be us 4, all 7-figure payout holders. So it should be a good one. It should be a lot of educational stuff there. I already see Jade and Kane, $2 million payout. Vince has $1 million payout. So that's gonna be pretty epic. The thing is, now that I got a streaming PC or laptop, I will be live streaming every single day besides Thursday, because Thursday is the actual day I fly. So Friday I'll be live. Monday, Tuesday, we'll see. Because I think my podcast is at 10. But definitely Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, I'm just there to have fun, hang out, chill out, whatever. So I'll be streaming every single day besides Thursday and that's following Tuesday. But rest of it, we're good. Yeah, that round table is gonna be so fire. I'm like not like I don't know, bro. Those guys are like so much older than me and everything. Everyone's like their mid 30s, 40s, and then this is like me. I'm like, hey guys, we'll see. Oh, I got the playlist. It's not my playlist or anything. It's just a random playlist I found I liked. Yep. You look 30, 40. That's not a compliment, bro. I gotta get my braids done on Wednesday. Bias is pretty straightforward. No entry, lower time frame. Yes, you are 100% right. I want to upside the lower time frame, provided no entries. Shout out Brett Simba for paying for hotels and shit. My goat. $40, $50. All right, bro. All right, bro. That should get a 7-day timeout. Yeah, I don't ever use a 30-second. My entries are usually off the 1 and 15 for lower time frame, or 1 and 5, excuse me. I never use a 2 or 3 minute. But there's like no lower time frame entries at all. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. We'll do some giveaways right now. Drop a like on the stream. We'll do some giveaways right now. We need at least 120 likes though. We're getting stingy with the likes. Super Saiyan Caesar started the story getting a million. You know how long it was? I don't know how long it'll take them. I'm not gonna lie. Probably like a couple weeks because the production's very, very high. And I mean, if you've seen the Wisdom, oh shit, let's go, Leon. If you've seen the Wisdom production, it's insane. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll link the Discord right now. Yeah, it's my first time meeting him. This is super duper slow, guys. I'm on my Game of Thrones shit. Chat, for those who are Game of Thrones fans, I'm gonna tell you right now, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is already better than House of Dragons. That's a no debate. Will I ever win? That's a good question. Code smart for everything, bro. I'm not giving no spoilers. I'm not. All I said was one show's better than the other. Every time, just like the last, on the ship, tied to the mast, to distant lands, takes both my hands, never a friend. Yeah, I do use a face cam. I didn't have it on this morning. I try to do like market orders. When the volatility is high and I know I'm not gonna get a re-entry, I'll probably do that. But limit orders is fine too. It just depends on how we're moving, to be honest. The only thing I don't like about Night of the Ten Kingdoms is how short the episodes are. And this market has been, but like when we're really volatile and we're moving really well, we're not chopping on the higher time frame. It usually does it takes a 5-minute gap and it goes. I haven't met Kane or Jade. I met Vince though. Oh. Yeah, I haven't met Kane or them. I don't know what Vince used. He's actually the Apex VP right now. I'm pretty sure it's that Vince. He pulled out $1 million like 5-6 years ago from Apex, and then he started working at Apex. Like that. Okay. All right, we're getting some pullbacks here. So the issue now, I'm gonna present you guys with my thought process in these trades, right? The issue now is we've been range bound forever, right? In this market, we finally put in a 15-minute gap here, and we're like, oh yeah, we're getting a good pullback, but we already took out buy side, so we already took out previous day high. If this was tapped into before these highs get tapped, then this is high probability. But now this is not high probability because we've already met our objective from overnight and this morning. I thought you meant Dusty trades to options. Nah. So this is why I would say this right here is not as high probability as it should have been. But let's see. We'll see what it does. Well, I don't know the objectives for every single day, but like I'll use targets like previous day high and things like that to kind of understand where the market's going to go. And once that doesn't get, since it's already taken, it's like how much more does the market have to present us? Because we've already taken out so much liquidity from overnight. We've already moved so much. Is it going to be an expansion day? Is it not? That's where it gets a little tricky. So we'll see how the price reacts out of this 15-minute gap. But normally I would take this 15-minute gap straight up if we didn't take out that previous day high. Since that previous day high is taken out, this makes me hesitate, and I would need a lower time frame confirmation to take this. Does that make sense? I was already profitable before getting my first payout via options, so it wasn't as many because it was already the understanding of what it takes to become profitable, which is just literally a discipline thing, not a pretty much it. See, please respond. What's good, bro? Oh, let's see who won the giveaway. Wilson and Sharky. Congratulations. DM me your smart prop from email, and I'll get you guys the points after the stream. I'll send it to the team. It'll probably take a couple days. Yeah, ES is pretty strong today. DM me your smart prop from email on YouTube or on YouTube on Discord. The team is a little bit busy. They're a couple days behind on giving out points, but we'll get them out to you. Let's use OBs or sys. I think changing state delivery with the inversion is pretty good. I use everything like OBs and stuff like that. As long as the narrative is correct, right? As long as I have a good narrative and where the market's gonna go. So we're going, bro. This might be a full trend. We got SMT in this 15-minute gap. They're sending it. They're sending it. I'm interested after FMC. Yeah, I think even during FMC would be good. I just need some volatility. This is like really slow on the lower time frame. And once we did get a pullback, we had already taken out of our objective. So for me, it was like not high probability. That's usually something I stay out of. But like I said, for the overall picture, the bigger picture, I think these highs are very, very probable on ES and NQ. Like I said, I don't know when exactly, probably during FOMC or something like that. But 26-1 has so many relative equal highs up here. I do think we're going to end up taking them out. I think 893 is right here somewhere. That I wanted. I wanted this on Friday. Keep in mind all these highs, right? Look, so when you guys are looking at this on a higher time frame, and you guys see this, right? You see how these highs are stacked right next to each other, without taking them out. Basically, what this means is there's low resistance built up on the lower time frame. So if you look on the lower time frame, the market's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna look like this. Okay, it's not fucking sideways, but it's gonna look like this, right? So this is how this looks right here on the lower time frame. So which means we're gonna have a lot of low resistance liquidity built up, right? Which also means we're gonna take, when we do come back up and start taking this out, right? Take out this liquidity, right? Let's say we have a liquidity sweep down here. Let's say liquidity is down here, right? Just for the example. We'll take this out, boom, and then it'll be a super aggressive move right through it because all this is low resistance liquidity. Like I said, this happens when every time there's highs like this stacked when they're not taking each other out. It just builds low resistance liquidity. When you're looking at this, something like this, where all the highs are taking each other out, right? It just becomes a high resistance run. But when we have the lows not overlapping each other, this becomes a very, very nice low resistance liquidity on the lower time frame. This is how it looks on the hourly, right? Same thing. These highs don't overlap with each other. Like obviously we take out some highs, but the main ones, so this here and then here, in a normal market, what would have happened is this, right? Like this would have taken out this high, would have came back down, boom, boom, and then this high would have taken out this high and it came back down, right? But we're not overlapping any highs. So this is how it looks on the hourly time frame. Look how it looks on the 15-minute time frame. You guys can see the LR, right here, all this lower resistance liquidity. And then if you go on the even lower time frame, that's how it looks on the 15, hourly, and the 4-hour. You go on the 5-minute. Once again, even the lower time frame highs aren't being taken out, and you guys start seeing a really big LR. And now the 1 minute, I don't know how good it'll be on the 1 minute here. I can't zoom in that far back. But similar to that, right? Basically, the highs aren't overlapping each other. A lot of low resistance liquidity. Just some free game right there. It honestly makes me like, when we do get up into these areas, right? And it's finally going to be a move there. It makes it high probability. But the issue is that with this condition of the market, right, we haven't been moving too well when we get up here. So that's why when all this happens, when all this liquidity starts getting taken out, it all happens within one session. And everyone's like, oh, we waited so long for the upside, and then it just kept going. And this is where you get your low volume grind ups, right? Your 5 and 15-minute gas smack, boom, up. The lower time frame doesn't look good, but the higher time frame obviously is going to look good, right? Even the higher time frame today, it looks good. Oh, everyone's gonna come look back at this in today's price action and be like, oh, this was such a good day, right? That's another thing I want to tell you guys. So everyone's gonna come back. Let's say you come back at this, like, oh, this is such a high probability day. All we had was a 15-minute gap here at open. We had a 15-minute gap here at the new hourly open. with the SMT, right? So this one didn't even hit, but this one did. Hourly or 15-minute gap SMT. We had our open SMT here. You guys can see ES did not make a low. NQ did. Yada, yada, yada. This looks all very good. And this is why I think backtesting is a little fake, because if you come back and backtest this day, you will probably end up taking this position right here, right? Probably end up, if you're looking at this as a backtester, you'll be like, oh, let's go to replay mode for the 15-minute. Let me clear out this one, leave this one, start new. So if you're someone who's backtesting, right, you're like, okay, what do we have here? We have a hourly gap down here, get tapped into. London kind of manipulated down, pick out some internal lows from Asia, and we got an opening 15-minute gap here for New York session. So if you're a backtester, you're like, oh, let me take this trade here, which is why I think backtesting is a little bit capped, because you don't understand what the conditions are in this environment, right? If I look back at this price action in 6 months, I can easily catch this whole move, but I don't know what the environments were like. I didn't know how many times we got up to this high and we didn't run the highs, right? So it's just little things like that that I think back testing is a little unrealistic, and I think forward testing and live testing is the best way to do and go about it, just because of those type of things like this. And hindsight, this is gonna look like an A plus 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 setup, but in realistic terms, when we're looking at the lower time frame, and look, it might be an A plus plus setup for you guys or someone else, but for me, it's not a setup that I would take, because the lower time frame has no pullbacks at this time, right? And then once we did take out our previous high day, that's when we retraced again. So for me, not high probability. This is what lacks in backtesting. And I think having that trader discretion and kind of going in there with, okay, this is what I'm looking at, this is how I want the day to proceed, is very important. And I think that's more important than looking at the charts and be like, oh yeah, anyone could paint a pretty picture, but can you actually, is it actually tradable is the question. Like I said, I'm gonna avoid this. We're already over a previous day high. It's just kind of something I need to avoid and not take too many chances on. Like, am I bullish for the rest of this time? Yes, but Gotta be chill. Because the lower time frame is just not favorable, you know. Yeah, I'll take reversals, but in this case, I don't want to play a reversal either because I am overall bullish, but it's just hard to play this in general because I'm bullish, but we already took out previously high, right? And ES is obviously a lot higher than NQ. But if we close up here, I'm like I said, this is gonna be a really good tell of where we're gonna go for rest of the week. Yeah, if you miss the first day or first trade, it's gonna be tough, I think. We'll put an hourly gap here in about 30 minutes. I think that'll give us a move. No, I didn't take any trade today. Did not. That's totally fine. Yeah, this is pretty fire. I like Tradify select accounts too. There's really good accounts out there these days. Chopping around here after previous day high. Not much going on. I don't think so. It's very hard to play the upside from here where we're at. I don't think we'll get it. Doesn't seem all too likely. I wouldn't short this. It's like a slow grind. It's like to a point where it's too late, too long, and it's too early to short because there's no confirmation. I like that 15-minute version would be the only thing I'm interested in if we do get a downside move, but I wouldn't even short it then. I'm pretty bullish overall. The higher time frame draw is going to be that high at, what's it called? The high at 26.1. The 26.1 high is the draw liquidity. Super slow. Probably run the high day again. Not, I don't know if right now, but we'll do it in a bit. Probably chop around, consolidate, maybe manipulate a little bit to like a lower gap and then higher. What I'm thinking. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out of here. It's pretty slow. Appreciate you guys for being on. We'll be back live tomorrow. More trades probably into later the week when we have earnings and FOMC. First 2 days, we'll kind of get a feel for the week. Like I said, 26.1 is gonna be my main target. Hopefully, we can continue to that side. All right, appreciate you guys for being on here. It means a lot. We'll do 2 giveaways tomorrow, Pino. And let's actually get some trades going too. All right, peace and love, chat. Catch you boys.